Deuteronomy 11, 1-32. Moses tell people to remember the miracles and God's miraculous work that they've seen and witnessed. So that you saw the Lord's greatness, His power, His might, and His miracles. What He did to the Egyptian army, what He did in the desert for them, like not their clothes weren't worn and their feet weren't swollen, things like that. I'm not sure about this reference, but He also did something to Dathan and Abiram, and then the earth opened up and swallowed them. So something happened that was done. So that they just need to, they were witnesses to wonders and miracles, and Moses want them to remember that. And tell it to their children. The people will be blessed because God is giving them a good land, and so they will be blessed with food, and I guess like their needs will be met. And if they don't obey, then God will hold back the rain, and then they will have drought, and they will face hunger, and they might be even like die in a land that was supposed to be a good land that God gave for them, that God have taken care of and wanted to pass it on to them. So God's teaching is like, I personally believe that God's teaching needs to start with the parent, that the parent needs to be taught by God, and then they in turn model it to their children and create a thirst, a hunger for God's word and for a love for God, knowing the character and the nature of God. So like as you would know a friend or a parent. So I wanted to foster that in my children, but then in my community of faith, there's like Bible schools. I mean, like children ministries, and also Vacation Bible School, and various programs where the church also take a part in that, in instructing the children and to evangelize to children who have not yet known God. Amen. And today I have like 2 offers on the table for my job, and it's very, very different. I'm like overwhelmed by what God has done for me in this job hunting experience, and I strongly lean to one of the company, even though the other company really like, I really like the people there, but the company that I'm leaning towards like feels like it's a better like career choice. Like it will have there's a career future. So I'm very torn. But I think I know what God has in store for me. But then like when I read the message today, it's kind of like very applicable to my situation, because it's like today, like there's this great like thing that God has in store for me, but God lays out a blessing and a curse. And so the blessing, if I need to make sure that my heart is right and that I will continue to obey and serve God and not serve money, pretty much. That's what the message to me today. When I read it, those are the thoughts that flash across my mind. And so I hope that I will make the right choice and a God honoring choice, and that God will be with me in this decision. And I want to always obey God, and I want to love Him and honor Him in all I do, especially in my work also. I want to model hardworking and hardworking behavior to my children. But I don't want to neglect them in the process. I have a tendency to neglect my situation and the people around me when I'm focused on a task and a job. So I hope that won't be the case. So there's a lot of things I'm considering, and I hope that this is the right choice for my family and I.